Can you make the screen big again so I can see it?
Well, isn't
I'm in a little bitty box. Hello.
So I'm
Hello.
Michael, that you are actually, hold on just a second. Hold on.
There we go.
Okay, there you go.
There we go. That looks much better, so I can make sure I can see what I'm doing because I'm half blind.
Well, we are excited that you are joining us tonight for our tonight's training, and I'm going to just right now. I'm just going to let you jump right into everything, and
All right. Well, thank you so much, and I'm excited to be a part of this training tonight too. So I just can't wait to get everything out. Hope we can get everything that we want to cover covered. But tonight I'm focusing on helping you guys how to have a powerful show presentation with the cooking show and with product knowledge, and not just with product knowledge, but practical product knowledge, because we are in a business that is so we have a business that people need us. They need what we have to offer. So we have kitchen tools and power tools to help make people's lives so much easier with meal preparation. And if you're watching ads and you watch television at all, and you're watching the world around you, you see that it's everywhere. People don't have time to cook. And that's every age group, from young people to old people and everybody in between. Our lives are so jam-packed and crammed and busy. We're here and we're there, and time runs out to get dinner on the table. So I just noticed a HelloFresh commercial earlier today, and it was all about getting the ingredients and making that part of the cooking simpler, and getting together with the wife and the husband, and they were all in the kitchen, and they were putting the recipe together, and they were cooking the recipe, and then they were at the table, and he reached over and he gives her a little peck on the cheek. And so that really is what we have the power to do. So I hope that that everybody that watches this and everybody that's associated with our team and our company really realizes that we are on a mission, and we are on a mission to empower people to get dinner on the table. And with our awesome power tool products, we can do dinner in a lot of cases in 20 minutes or less. And if that don't light your fire, your wood's wet. I mean, if that doesn't get you super excited, and enthusiasm is contagious. And so I'm going to kind of do like a little bit of an interactive training with you tonight, because I want you to ask yourselves a couple of questions. And as I think back on my own Pampered Chef journey for these last 16 years, I really got my business cranked up about 12 years ago. Wasn't long after I had initially met Patty at a meeting and asked her where the money was in Pampered Chef, and she kind of showed me where this business could take me, and I jumped on the bandwagon. And so first thing I want to say for anybody that may be struggling or in a hard place, or you've been in for a while, or you're riding a roller coaster ride, we have to make that decision that we want more out of our business. And if we will make the decision to be consistent with our business, then things will start to happen. And we will have bookings, and we will have customers, and we will have a successful Pampered Chef business. We're as successful as we want to be when we decide that we're going to work our business. So, of course, we need to learn as much as we can about our business and about our products, because no one cares how much we know about all these products. They care about if we care about them first. So just like Cassie said, we have to build relationships. And that's what this business is all about. From starting a relationship with a customer and a host to eventually having those people join your team, and on and on and on it goes. So I hope that you have a piece of paper, and if you don't, get one, and you can jot down. That's the interactive part of this training tonight. And I've made just a few notes that I want to just read, and then I'm going to jump into some product knowledge, because there's power in product knowledge. But I would like for you to ask yourself a question, and I believe our company hit the nail right on the head a couple of years ago, or will be 2 years ago, this conference, that we're not only developing products that are phenomenal and have a great use, but they're developing products that deliver real solutions. And so that's what we have the power to do with our incredible products, is offer that mealtime solution. So question number one that everybody needs to ask themselves, what kind of solutions, or what type of solutions do you offer at your cooking show? What type of solutions are you offering with your virtual show, with the way you run your business? So that's a question. I want you to kind of ponder that in your mind. Definition of sales is find a need and fill it. And guess what? We need to find a need, and then we also have a solution that we can offer that fills that need. So that's another way to look at it. That's exactly what we have the power to do as a consultant. And I've already said this, and I think it bears repeating, but everybody in America is busy, and they think they don't have time to cook a quality meal. That's why the restaurants are full. That's why McDonald's is full. That's why all of these places are full, because people think they don't have time to cook or they've run out of time. And it doesn't matter the age group. I just had a 71-year-old host, and some people say, well, how do you know how old they were? Because she just celebrated a birthday on June 18th, and she told me how old she was. And I celebrated a birthday on the 21st of this month. So I told her how old I was. And let me just say this. She had attended 3 cooking shows in the last several months before hosting her own. And she spent over $100 to $125 at every cooking show. And then she earned $780 in free product last month. Actually, last Monday night, to be exact, is when she held her show. And then she spent a total of $634 herself on half-price items, 30% off items. So I want to tell you that little testimony about her, because it doesn't matter what the age group is, just starting out, millennials, in-betweens, baby boomers, everybody can get excited about our product. And so I don't want us to lose sight of that, because she said, and some people think, oh, 71, she's buying gifts. She said, this is for me. Don't ask to use my stuff. That's what she said to one of her daughters at the show last Monday night, when she found out where she stood with her benefits. So we can attract everybody, and everybody always likes to be up to date. They love to be up to date. If they didn't like to be up to date, they'd never remodel their kitchen. They never remodel their house. They never get a new car. So please don't think that people are not interested in the new Pampered Chef. And that's what I like to say a lot at shows, some verbiage that I like to use when talking to people about booking a show or looking at the new product, because I know some of you that are seasoned in this business have heard, oh, I've got a lot of Pampered Chef. Well, do you have the new Pampered Chef? And so many people that I'm coming in contact with who said, I haven't been to a show in 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. And that's a lot of folks. I'm really paying attention to that kind of stuff. And they're just blown away, because they thought they had every piece of stoneware. They didn't need anything else from Pampered Chef. And they're finding out we are a lot more than stoneware. And so just don't forget that. I'm not even going to charge you for that tip. I just throw that in for free. So you're not just a Pampered Chef consultant. You know what we really are? I think Marie's going to like this. We are meal solutions experts. Shut the gate and paint the barn red. So yes, we have wonderful products, and our products, we are consulting these products, but we also have mealtime solutions that really work for families. So I love that. So let's center our shows around that need. So that is a need that is from sea to shining seas, 4th of July. It's all over the country, no matter what demographic, no matter where you live, no matter what the population of the town. Everybody has to eat. And they got to eat at least once a day to live. So anyway, let's get a focus. And I know I'm really focusing on this. Let's get a focus on offering a mealtime solution. So be real careful about how you set up your show and what your show is themed at and what you want your show to be, because remember, people, the need is mealtime solution. So let's not forget that, okay? I'm not saying we can't do something different every once in a while, but let's not forget what the real need is out there in every age group, okay? Is that need for real food real fast. And as a matter of fact, that's what I call a traditional Pampered Chef show. Real food, real fast. And if it's a wedding show, or it's a grilling show, or it's a fundraiser show, whatever type of show it is, it all focuses with the same thread. Real food, real fast. Okay? So a couple of more things I want you to ask yourself is, do I offer real mealtime solutions at my shows? Is that what I'm offering? You need to analyze that. Number two, number three, what power tool products do I showcase? I love that she said that a while ago. Casey said power tools, power tools. And yes, power tools are great booking tools. But guess what? People will buy the power tools also. So we need to have the mindset that we're going into the show tonight, and I'm selling 10 rock crops. I'm selling 10 grill pans. Get excited about the power tools that we have to offer in Pampered Chef. And then I want you to ask yourself, am I pamperized myself? Patty was kind of like, woo, look at the bakers and look at the, stuff up here on the cabinets. Well, I'm pamperized. And guess what? I use my product. And I think that's so important. If we were in any other business, you got to be really careful. We don't take our Tupperware to the Pampered Chef show. We wouldn't sell Mary Kay and wear a cover girl. So I'm just saying, it is so important to be pamperized ourselves and be using the products. I want you to also ask this question. Do I showcase the best products at my show? Do I showcase the best of the best products at my show? And do you know what the best product is at your show? Let's talk about number one best product. It's not any of that. It's you. You're the best product at the show. Do you showcase yourself? Do you even if you have a full-time job, because I worked 6 to 7 days a week when I started doing shows consistently, I would tell them I'm full-time. I'm a full-time Pampered Chef consultant, even if that's one show a month. That just means that you are going to be there when they call on you, when you have an issue, when they need to buy some more product, when they need a refill on their rubs. You're going to be able to take care of them as a customer. No one wants to do business with anybody. Now, you think about this for just a minute. Would you go to a doctor and go to that doctor's office and they said, this is my first day? Would you want that doctor working on you? No. So who wants to be sitting at a show and buying one of the power tools, and the consultant is like, well, not so sure of themselves? And I'm not saying that's anybody that's watching this, but that is some people. And we've got to have that confidence level. Are you selling yourself at the show? Are you selling yourself? Because you are the best product. All right, so I just said all of that stuff to set us up to set the stage up for a very powerful cooking show live. Okay? Because when we have those, when we answer these questions, are we showcasing our products in the correct way? Are we, or what are we offering a mealtime solution? That's what I wanted to say. Going back to that. If we're offering a real mealtime solution, then that means it's going to, that decision is going to dictate what the recipe is and what our tools are that we're going to take to the show. All right. So I also want to give you a couple more just quick pointers, and then I want to give you some verbiage and talk about some groups of products that you see here tonight to help you not only increase your sales average, but also increase the loyalty of the brand and to pamperize your customers. Okay. I want to encourage everybody to stop thinking that you're a salesperson. And you'll even hear that with, we talk to people about joining our business and they're like, well, I'm not the sales type. I couldn't do what you do. Well, if you don't know me, I could not talk to people. When I first started the business, I was one of the shyest people ever. And my daughter's 13 now, and she is very shy also. And so people that say, oh, you were never shy. If my daughter's around, I said, you see her? That's me. That's how shy I was. And I'm not picking on my daughter, but I'm just saying, you don't have to come into the business and, talk. You can learn if you're teachable, coachable, and trainable, but you don't want to classify yourself as a salesperson. You want to classify yourself as a share person. You're sharing this incredible product. You're sharing your experience with this product. And that's the best training that you have to offer your customers. Yes, we've got great product training and product knowledge and all of this stuff on the website. And I'm so grateful. Our company spends lots of money on research. They know their stuff and they give us the best of the best. But the best way for you to be able to tell people about this stuff is for you to be using it yourself and share your real life experiences with your guests at the show. So I want you to make sure your own experience, I want you to make sure that you are remembering that that's how I need to have a successful show. I don't just need to focus on, I need to sell something. She needs to get to a $200 show. No, you need to focus on, I need to be sharing my experience of this incredible product line with these folks. Your own experience brings value to the product, and it also brings confidence to you and how the product performs. Now, if you don't believe that statement, go to your next show, and some of you have already had this happen to you. You don't have a piece, and somebody asks you about it. Well, how's the breakfast sandwich maker work? Well, they said it works great, but I don't have one. Do you see how awkward that would be? Okay, and I know that our brand newest of new people are not going to have every single product in the book, and that's okay. But the more product you do have, and the more you use it, and the more you check into how it is used, even if you don't have one, and get those experiences, you can share that at the show with confidence, okay? All right, no one wants to be a guinea pig. Your guests at the show really are going to buy two products. They're going to buy what they see you use, and that's why we want to be using power tools. We don't want to build our show around some product that's not a power tool. And they're going to buy what their friends tell them they have to have, okay? We've all done that. What's good, Patty? Oh, my God, you got to have the breakfast sandwich maker, the granola bar maker. All right, so that's what that person's going to buy, okay? And they're also going to buy what they see you use, okay? So don't forget that. All right. Also, and this is what I'm getting ready to talk about right here. Do you showcase products? Okay, so let me word this right so I don't confuse anybody. What I'm trying to say is, if you have a recipe, if we're going to do the roasted asparagus and chicken recipe and the New Season's Best, which I've done a whole lot these last couple of months, and I've done it in the double burner grill pan because that's my power tool. Do you have the rubs to put on your food? Do you have the spoon to take the rubs out of the bottle with if you need to measure them? Do you have a kitchen spritzer with oil in it? Do you always have a seasoning mix to complement a rub product? Do you have the salt and pepper grinders? Okay, y'all get what I'm saying. What I'm saying here is, for all the steps of a particular recipe, everything that you pick up or handle should be a Pamper Chef product. And if it's not, then you need to look at that, okay? So I think that's very, very important, okay? And what is your system for categorizing your products? Now, what do I mean by that? And that's a huge one. I basically break things down into 3 categories when we talk about Pamper Chef products. And that would be power tools, okay? My power tool products. And then, so what are power tool products? Rock crocks, cookware, cutlery, double burner grill pan, okay, manual food processor, those veggie spiralizer, okay, power tools. Then the next category is companion products. Companion products. Well, if you have our cutlery, do you have a polypropylene cutting board, or do you have the flexible cutting mats to go with it? So that would be a companion product. And I sell a whole lot of cutting mat sets, and I sell a whole lot of these knives. Now, these knives came out last fall, so I looked up today to see how many of these, item number 1577, that I've sold, and I've sold 72 of these since January the 1st of this year, because this is the knife that goes to the show, and this is the knife that I use at the show. And guess what a lot of people are doing? They are using knives. They'll pull one out of their drawer, and it won't cut the tomato, or it won't cut the potato. And so they're playing multiple choice with the knife drawer. And all they really need is one super good knife. A sharp knife is a safe knife, and a dull knife is a dangerous knife. Now, did you hear all what I just said? That's exactly what I say at a show when I pick up this knife. If you're tired of dull cutlery, if you're tired of playing multiple choice with the knife drawer, make sure to get our lifetime guaranteed forged cutlery that'll cut this sweet potato like butter. Okay? See, that's how that's a missing link. So that's that category I'm talking about, the companion products. Do you have 1367 silicone oven mitts to handle the cookware, the microwave grips? Sell tons and tons and tons of that. But you know what? If I didn't ever say, now you guys, if you're tired of your oven mitts looking like this at home, and you've got cotton hanging out and fire tattoos, why not get these? Do you know these gloves are over 7 years old? Do you know that? And don't they look great? Okay, so I can go to the grill, I can go to the oven. I'm never getting burned. Okay, so when I pick up a companion product at a show, and because I get these questions all the time, so I'm just trying to really give you the method. It's not luck. My customers are not rich folks with just tons of money and they just blow money. No, the majority of my customers and hosts, they're everyday working people. They work hard. Their own budgets, okay? But because I speak to where they are, because I'm addressing their need, who's ever, and you don't have to, raise your hand or anything, but how many people even is watching this, you've had oven pads and mitts and they're all to pieces and you've had to have 2 or 3 in one hand and still saying, get out the way, the pan's hot. Okay, so y'all get what I'm saying? So that's what I say at the show. Sell tons of them. And so don't be afraid to address something. Some people that are going to watch this like, I would never say their pads at home are ugly or have fire tattoos. Well, if you're above saying that, then you probably aren't even selling any of these, okay? And this is just one of the best products that we've had since sliced bread, okay? So just saying, how are you moving your stuff around at the show? How are you getting the rock crack out of the microwave? All right, so going back to the 3 categories: power tool products, companion products. So just gave you some examples of companion products. And then infomercial products, okay? So my show is only going to be an hour. It's an hour and a half with the introduction of the host and the guests, and then the demo, and then the group close. And so really I only have about an hour, a little less. I set my timer here for 50 to 55 minutes, and that's my demo time, okay? So I've got to categorize my show. I got to know what I'm cooking. I've got to complement my power tools with the right companion products for the recipe, okay? And then I'm going to do an infomercial. Now, infomercial products, and I have them sitting over there, so I'll just use some for an example. wooden grill scraper. Sell a ton of them. Item number 2723. It's $14.50. All you have to talk about is about wire brushes and the bristles, getting left on the grill grates and getting in the food, and people having to have that surgically removed. Okay, you'll sell tons of those, and I do have that in my hand, and I'll let them hold it. This new colander, oh my gosh, shut the gate and paint the barn green, because we're selling a lot of those colanders. I've never used it at the show. It's sold with a multi-purpose pot, but it's also sold outside of itself. Okay, so guess what? I take that and I say, look at this colander. It collapses, and so that's going to take care of your storage issue. You can get rid of all the colanders that are falling out of the cabinet when you open the door. You can also use this as a steamer. It's not just a drainer, it's a steamer. Put the pasta in here, cook it in the pot, then just lift that out instead of taking the pot over to the sink. Shut the gate and paint the barn green. Selling tons of them. Passing it around, let people look at it. So you don't need, a great big display, okay? But like the granola snack bar maker. So that's sitting over there. So those are really my infomercial stuff. Let me pick this up just for a minute, just so I can show you. Infomercial. Boom. Okay? So I'm talking a lot about the teak wood spoons because they're more durable and hold up to water in the dishwasher. And you know what else? They've got longer handles. So if you're tired of the spoons taking a dive at the barbecue, get these longer handled spoons, okay? Do you see what I'm saying? Just a couple of benefits. And then I've got the columns. And then I'm selling a lot of these 2008 flexible fish turners, okay? It'll turn anything, but that's the proper name for it. And then all of our new little tools like this. I'm going to give you some other stuff here in a minute. And there's that wooden grill scraper I pass around. Here's the colander, and boom. And so people love that. Yes, colander / steamer. And I wanted to show Patty this because she's going to get a kick out of this. Let me sit back down. Y'all know these are the s'more sticks, right? Item number 1809. Well, Patty, you know what? Pamper Chef has recycled all the antennas off the old televisions. Woo! All right, so that's something funny you can say about these. Of course, that makes them retractable, and you have the two different ends to roast your marshmallows, dip your apple in the fondue, whatever you want to do. But I'm selling tons of these. This is $35 for the set of 4 of these in this little cute bag for the camper, for the people who are going to camp and the lake and the Girl Scout meeting. So you see this is what I'm just saying. This is called infomercial. A few things. I don't spend 5 minutes on all of that. And I do that after the show. And I'm getting ready to tell them the specials for the show and so forth. And that's when I do that infomercial. But the whole point of all of that is to give you add-on sales, to give you the and then some, to talk about some of the new things. You can't show everything in an hour and talk about everything in the catalog. But you can pick out some items that are fun and trendy and things that you may personally like yourself to share. I'm telling you one thing, it's one of these haven't gone on backward, as many of them as I say. So I love that. Okay. I also don't want you guys to forget about, in talking about your products and your show, don't forget about the outlet items, and don't forget about replacement parts. Replacement parts are all commissionable and part of show sales, and so are the outlet items. So I'm just going to use this for an example, 2593, the manual food processor. Well, we sold this for years and it didn't come with a lid. So are you talking about when you show this, boom, you might want to mention the lid for a minute. Now, I know we used to have this rule with Pampered Chef, and I heard it preached a lot. And they would say, now, if it's not $25 or more, don't pick it up and say nothing about it, because they can find that in the catalog. And that's true. But isn't it amazing? My customers have a little index card now, and they're writing down these items as a wish list. and they just have, their cards are full. Their cards are full. And their cards are full because I'm talking to them about things that that they need. Okay. So the outlet, let's talk about that for a minute. And it's hard. We don't really have like, well, let me go print the sheet off, or let me do this or that and the other. And of course, you could advertise, get on your phone, blah, 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 if you want to. But what I'm doing is I'm taking some of the things that I like that are still in the outlet and that are still, I'm still able to integrate in my show, just like these things right here. These silicone lid covers. This is the best trivet since sliced bread to put your hot pans on, as well as putting it on top of a stoneware piece. And I sell a lot of 1271 and 1272. I hated to see them on the outlet, but guess what? They're still on there, and I'm still selling them now in the show. So I was glad to be able to bring these retirees and put them back to work at the cooking show, okay? Because people love that. People love items that can be used more than one way. They love the versatility, okay? I'm gonna give you some cookware tips in a minute. But also, item number 1621, the grill pan and press scraper tool. This is an outlet item, but this is a really must-have product when you own a grill pan or you own the press. And I'm even telling people, if they're not buying a pan tonight, but you just have the least inkling you're going to get one, or it's on your wish list, you need to go ahead and buy this tonight. It's while you still can, because when you get that pan, you're going to need this to help clean it. Okay? All right. So we're talking about practical. All right. So those were those three categories. Now I also want to ask you this. Talking about the experience. It's an experience economy. The company's talking about, we need what is the show experience? What does your show experience look like? We want the guests to have a great experience, and that is spot on, because that's what drives your business. That's the lifeline of your business. Okay. So product knowledge, that's telling the customers what these products can do. Product support, that is letting them know that these products have great warranties. I mean, most of the power tools are lifetime to 5 years. That's off the chain. So they need to know that we have a great warranty on the product. We have recipes, reference charts. We have all of these things that are available. Product performance. So I'm calling this section the 3 Ps. Product performance, in action, seeing the product in action, seeing the chicken cook in the microwave. People don't cook in the microwave, folks, unless they got Pamper Chef products. They just don't, because the food looks like a science project, or it's dried out, doesn't brown. So you have all of these different things that people have reasons why they can't cook in the microwave, because they don't have the right power tool. Okay, so you need to let them know the 3 Ps about the products. Okay, because when you do that, guess what happens? The price isn't a big deal anymore. The investment in the product is no longer a concern. Now use this as an example. Saturday night, I had a show. 4 people showed up. 4. Okay. You're supposed to have 12 to 13. Well, she had 4. Okay. So I always do my show. I've done shows when I first started with just me and the host. And the host was so excited she went out and got orders. That's good. So with these 4 people, okay, I'm doing the recipe, and I sold 2 grill pans. The show was at $600. No outside orders, with 3 ordering guests, because the 4th guest didn't order. She's fixing to get ready to get started to order, and she's been a past customer, so I know that she will. But I'm just saying, you get excited about a $600 show with 3 people. Why does that happen? That happens because they are getting product knowledge. They're understanding that there's support behind the product. That's why you got to sell you, so that they can contact you and get up with you. And then they get to see this stuff in action. And that's why 2 of the ladies bought grill pans. Okay? All right. So when they know those things, then guess what? They're willing to invest into the product. It's not an issue anymore. Can I get it? Can I not get it? They want it because they see the value and the benefits of owning it. Okay. All right. So I'm almost finished because I know we're running out of time, but I just want to give you some idealistic scenarios, because I think one of the largest struggles that we have as a consultant is, what am I going to cook? Trying to be the pampered caterer, trying to figure out, do I have enough food for whatever? I've got a customer right now who's having a wedding show on the 14th of July, and she has 53 confirmed people, and she is on freak out about, what am I going to cook? Well, I'm like, well, you need to do what you want to do, and have your appetizers, have your snacks, do whatever you want to do. Then I'm going to come in and I'm going to make my 2 or 3 recipes like I normally do. Okay. So if we're not really careful, we'll put that on us, and we'll be like, oh my gosh, I got to feed 53 people. No, we don't have to feed 53 people. We have to show 53 people the value in owning these products in their own kitchen so they can cook quick. Okay. So let me just use this as an example. So Saturday night, I made Korean barbecue pork chops. Now, I love our recipes with the company. But let me also just say this as a side note. You also need to let your customers know they can cook everything that they've ever been cooking, and probably cook it faster and easier in one of our power tools. Well, yes, that's even grandma's lasagna. I just had a customer last week to buy a double burner grill pan to replace a 13x9 dish that they used for years and years and years and years, but then fell in love with the versatility that this pan is not only a grill pan, but it has deep walls. And so you can do lasagna in it. You can use it as a roasting pan. You can cook a pizza, but you also can cook pancakes and bacon and sausage and pork chops and grilled vegetables at the same time. So you see what I'm saying? Are you saying those types of things about the certain tools? So let me show you how you could actually utilize just pork chops, or just, let's just say, a pack of chicken breasts, okay? Boneless, skinless. Well, there was a pack of pork chops, and ribeye pork chops are about the least expensive all over the place. And yes, there is a ribeye pork chop, and there's a sirloin pork chop. So there's a little pork chop lesson. But anyway, I cooked 4 of them in the grill pan, and then I cooked 2 in the rock crock, okay? And I seasoned them both the same and cooked them. 5 minutes is all it takes to cook 2 boneless pork chops. Patty, probably a 1/4 inch thick is what those little ribeyes. They're not those little thin paper ones, not the little bitty thin boneless paper ones. They're thicker than that. They're about a 1/4 inch thick. 5 minutes, 2 pork chops cooked out of the microwave. So let's just use this. Let's just set up this scenario. This is what I'm going to encourage you to do. Maybe you're doing a chicken dish. Maybe you're doing whatever. You take some of the meat and you cook it in a grill pan, and then you take some of it and you cook it in a rock crock. So you're not doing a bunch of different recipes, okay? Because I think that's what really stresses some folks out. And I used to struggle with that myself. But I learned how to build a bridge and get over it, and learn that it's not about how much food, it's about the process of cooking the food, okay? So if you cooked a couple of those pork chops, or let's just say chicken, and then you cook your chicken in the microwave, then I take the pork chop out of the rock crock and cut it up and pass everybody a toothpick and let those people sample the chicken, sample the pork chop. Now, that's really crucial when you're going to make like a chicken and broccoli braid or wreath or whatever. Anything you're going to make a Mexican chicken lasagna, you're going to mix that microwave chicken with something else. Well, when you let them just taste the meat by itself, and you had to add no water, and you didn't have to flip anything, then you just open up a huge door of possibilities. Everybody wants a rock crock. And by the way, you can cook all meats and you can cook all vegetables in your rock crock in the microwave with no water ever, okay? So here's another real 4-ingredient recipe that will take care of, I got people with celiac coming. because, and I'm not saying we're not trying to be sensitive to dietary needs, but Pamper Chef consultants, Real Meal Solution, we cannot cater to every dietary need at every show. We just can't. There's just no possible way to do that. But you can cook 3 ears of corn on the cob in the rock crock in 5 minutes. And I spray it with oil. So I've got my spritzer. I put crushed peppercorn and garlic rub on it. Then I've got the kernel cutter over here. And I go, take the kernels off the cob after it's cooked. And they just saw me cook 3 ears of corn in 5 minutes. I've got a can of black beans. I've opened them up with the can opener. I got my little easy read colander, drain that out, and then mix the corn and the black beans together. Juice the lime, just got a citrus press, boom. Okay, you see what I'm doing? And then a little cilantro, freshly snipped, boom, with the shears. Okay, back in the microwave in 5 minutes. Now, guess what? You could have cooked some chicken in a rock crock, and then you cook that what's called roasted corn and black bean salad with those 4 ingredients. You could mix that together and then serve it on tacos. Serve it on tortillas. So y'all see what I'm saying? You don't have to have a spread and all-you-can-eat buffet. You don't have to have 20 million ingredients. Even when I do like zucchini and I have vegetable ends, I chop them up in the manual food processor. This is my garbage disposal at the show, Patty. Confetti salsa. So all I'm saying is, with that little testimony, is utilize a product that's a power tool. Look at your recipe and say, well, I don't really have a use for the manual food processor today, but did you have some ends of zucchini? Did you have something that you could chop up? I will get a potato and I'll just shred a potato. Just a little potato. Cost you about 25 to 50 cents, depending on where you live, what kind of grocery store it is, to show them this. Okay? So just saying, everything that you kind of see right here, this is my show. These are the tools that are going. And I'm selling a whole lot of the quick slice. This is the most expensive wedger that we have. It's $34. But not only is it, a high, I'm not want to say high price because it's got a great price for what it can do, but it's very versatile. Mushrooms and strawberries and avocados and cutting zucchini rounds or cucumber rounds or eggplant, and cutting them lengthwise or rounds. I mean, great slicing peppers. So I don't want to overwhelm everybody, but at the same time, I don't want to underwhelm you. And we could say, this is a great wedger. And if anybody's, so who's going to buy it just because this is a great wedger? Tell me something that it can do for me. Tell me something. I've got to hit that nerve. Anybody that's ever had an egg slicer plus and the wires end up breaking and you can only do 1 strawberry, 1 mushroom, 1 egg, well, you can do several on here and the wires aren't going to break. Okay? So anyway, I hope that you found some of these tips helpful to you, because I really do believe, in all honesty, that when we really show our power tools, we show our product, and we take products that really do make a difference for the lives of people that are there at the show, our sales, our bookings, our business partners, everything we want is right there at the show, right there in front of us. It just really depends on what we've decided to do. And if we're not really careful, we'll get all stressed out and we'll get all anxious about just the food that we're going to make and want to practice the recipe. And then we don't want to do the cooking shows. And I'm going to be honest with you. I think we have some great tools with virtual and Facebook, catalog orders, but I think there's nothing that's better than to be able to come, fellowship, smell, taste, see, and feel the Pamper Chef. So I hope that you got some good tips tonight, And I do want to just say, please make sure that you're pamperized. That if you don't have rubs and seasonings, I think I've already given this reference chart we made a couple of years ago. It should be on Patty's site, I believe. But it is just a reference chart of our rubs and seasoning mixes and some of the most popular uses. Like I said, I always complement a rub with a seasoning mix. It's just a great way to have a consumable product going into your customers' hands. So again, when they have a consumable product, it's just going to give them another reason to contact you later down the road. So again, I want to thank you guys for joining and allowing me the opportunity to share with you. There's nothing special about what I do. It's truly not. Anybody can do this. I've just learned how to master the show. I've just learned how to have a show system, and I've just done the same thing consistently over and over and over and learned my product. Okay? So, yay. Oh, I do. Let me just say this real quick, because this is cute. Patty will like this. So I love all of our new cookware, and it is the new nonstick cookware is dishwasher safe. It also has it's also available in open stock pieces, okay? Which was real cool and really important, because a lot of Pamper Chef customers that are seasoned like, oh, I just wanted that little pan and I have to buy a whole set. I don't want to buy a set. So they're excited about that benefit, that they can buy the piece they need or the piece they want. They're also excited about the handles coming off, so that they can put this centered in the oven, put it in the dishwasher without taking up space. And also the storage, availability for storage. Like this is the 10-inch, and here's your new little grill pan, and that goes in there. This is great to cook one egg at the show in, by the way, and I've been selling these pans. We don't have time to go into that, but that's a great way to sell cookware. But this is what I want to tell Patty and Marie. The pan is made in Germany. The handle is made in Turkey. The lids are made in China. This is our international cookware sold in the United States, and it has a lifetime guarantee. Oh, I'm getting lots of giggles from that one when I say that at the show. So anyway, if y'all don't have some of this, get you some cookware. Patty already told you to get that stuff at half price. This little 10-inch skillet. I really have been taking this whipped cream maker, putting an egg or two and a little milk, froth up the egg, dump it in here. So I'm selling $14.61 whipped cream maker, and selling these pans just by saying, are you tired of buying that same little pan that keeps getting warped and walks across the stove eventually, and then you buy another little pan and you buy another little pan, because everybody needs that one little pan to cook their little egg or their little couple of pieces of bacon and egg at the same time. And this, with the handle removed, fits in the toaster oven. Okay. So anyway, thanks again. I hope you guys have a great July. I know I'm going to have one. I'm looking so forward to it, and I will hopefully see everybody at conference.
Yeah. Michael, I just want to say this, that it is no wonder that you are an amazing seller. You are a student of this business. I know Ruth is giving you a big hooray. That is like amazing. I know I see a lot of people's hands going up, and honestly, it's not overwhelming, because you know your stuff. It is you are passionate about it, and it's not even, I mean, obviously what we do, bottom line, is sell, but you are giving people the solutions, like you said, like Bill Bucklew said, like, that's what we call it. It's not that they're introducing new products. We are introducing new solutions for people, and mealtime solutions for people. And that is you. I mean, it is great. So I wanted to say, just before I forget, about the cookware or any of the new spring products that have been introduced. The way to get them, obviously, you could use your PC dollars and you could get them at 50% off, or, you can put them on your credit card, because you can do that. But the promotion this month is get anything at 60% off. So
absolutely.
it just happens to be you.
Not waiting.
Absolutely. You know, and you want to get some of those products and, you know, get a half price item, get a 60% off item. Why not do that? Because you get paid a commission on that, on the sales of the show, on the commissionable sales of the show. So
Yes.
that is definitely a way that you can do that. But I can't even tell you. I don't know if anybody else wants to say anything or anybody has a question for you. And I will say that if you need to leave, I totally understand. And we've had a few people that have had to go, but we're recording this, so I'm okay. If you're okay hanging on for just a couple minutes, and if there's anyone else that has a question, does anybody, you have to come off of mute because we have everybody on mute.
I would like to know where I can go to rewatch this.
Okay, who is it?
This is Tracy.
Oh, Tracy. So what'll happen is tonight is I will, I'll get this video downloaded and then I will get it put on YouTube, but I will actually have it on the PC team training website. Are you familiar with that?
Yes.
Okay. And for anybody else that's on this call, it's pcteamtraining.com and the password is extreme, capital E, 18, the number 18. So I will actually, I will make sure that it gets up there, but I will also share it, and Marie will probably share it to our team pages as well. But it's such a great call. There is, you know, we just, I don't want anybody to miss this opportunity because you covered everything, Michael. You are definitely a power to a person, and you know, it shows. And that's what you sell. I mean, you are gonna absolutely, you are utilizing these things in your home, and you're right. If you don't have them, they need to have these things. So
yes.
I have a question. Do you mind me asking Michael a question?
No,
Michael,
gosh, Marie.
There's a couple of things that first one's real easy. When you do the scrambled eggs and you pour it into your 10-inch skillet, do you have a little butter sprayed with oil or naked?
No, Marie, it's all naked. And this is what, and I'm glad you asked that, because what I do is I just put the stove on a very low setting, like low or 1 or whatever it you know, however it is at that host home. And I just let it set over there and cook. It looks like a crepe, Marie. You know, I didn't scramble it up. I didn't chop it up. I didn't, you know, it's not a fried egg as far as over easy or any of that. So it's just mixed up with a little bit of milk in that whipped cream maker, dumped in the pan, and just let it sit over there and cook. And then it just falls right out of the pan. So.
Wow.
And so I, you know, got the 10-inch, and the people that don't want the 10-inch, you know, are buying the 8. So the 8-inch is a $70 pan. This one here is $120. But I had one lady buy 2 of these right here, the 10-inch, and a double burner grill pan last month. So the need is there. People are tired of buying these smaller pans over and over and over. And I'm just, you know, doing that to show them that this truly is a nonstick. And I'm gonna be honest. I've had the generations cookware. I've got all the professional. I've got all the executive. Got the stainless that we had before. It is amazing, incredibly how easy this is to clean. I'm so excited about it. It's such a, it's the best we've ever had, and I just really get excited about it.
Let me just repeat that. So you've heated up the pan on low, so it's warm when you put the
no. I put the egg in here. I put this pan on the stove on low. So no, I don't preheat the pan. I don't preheat the pan.
Really?
I don't preheat the pan because it might stay over there 10 or 15 minutes while I'm doing the show. I'm not standing over this. So I don't preheat the pan. I just go right over there, do my thing in the whipped cream maker, and then take the pan to the stove and just leave it on low. And then as I'm running, you know, to the microwave, I'll look back at it a couple of times, and it'll with the milk in there, Patty, it just, you know, makes it really fluffy. You kind of really fluffed it up because you used the whipped cream maker, and it's if it's the 10-inch pan, I'm using 2 eggs, and if it's the 8-inch pan, then I would use just 1.
Okay, And then my second question had to do about the grill pan. Now, I
Okay.
see that you have a double burner grill pan there, and it's such a great deal right now. But the
Yes.
single burner is the new material. So how are you handling that the single burner is actually more expensive than the double?
Do you know? Okay, so this is what I'm doing. I'm not even different. I'm not even going to can't find my word. I'm not going to go into the differences that's old technology and that this is new. Okay, that's still a lifetime guarantee on the old pan. This is a lifetime guarantee here. So this is what I say. Now, tonight, this pan is on sale. You know, it's $30 less than it was at the beginning of the year. This one costs more, and you can always put less food in a larger vessel. You're not going to put more food in a smaller one. So if it were me, I would invest in the larger pan. But I'm still having people buy this pan. And at the show, this pan's being used, and this one's being used when I grill pineapple for my dessert. So, and I mean, that's it. Just chop up the pineapple with a pineapple wedger and a knife and throw it in this pan. So Saturday night, I sold 2 of these, the smaller ones, because they didn't want the larger one. And there was no explanation, because when I went ahead and, you know, when I did my presentation at the group close with what the specials were for the evening, I made sure to reiterate that this one, because that's the first thing in the flip chart, is a double burner. That one is on sale, and it is less, and it is also less expensive than our new small grill pan. And then I just let them go from there. So I have not had anything come up about, you know, is this pan different? Are y'all discontinuing that other pan because that one, you know, doesn't look like this? I haven't had anything like that.
Wonderful. And my last comment is I'm absolutely blown away by how well you know your item numbers.
Yes.
How do you do that?
You know what, Marie? It's the same way with the names of the people at the show. I think, first of all, I just think that's a gift, but I also know that the numbers don't change until the products change. So when you sell a lot of product, I mean, I'm sure there are people watching this, and they may work at a doctor's office or a dentist's office. They know their codes for their fluoride. They know, you know what I'm saying? If you work in billing, you know what to bill so-and-so to. It comes out of habit. I mean, it comes from transmitting all these orders and putting them in. So the numbers just stick. I have never, ever gone and studied the book and let's start trying to, you know, recite numbers back. I just know what the numbers are, and they don't change. So until the product changes, which is a good thing, because then it might be kind of an issue. But I love the index in the back of the catalog too. So I hope the company continues to keep that, because that's making catalog shopping very easy at the show, and you're not playing Where's Waldo, you know, through the pictures. How sometimes you got this on this page, and a couple pages down, you got something else with the real price and the product. You know, so I love the index. But to answer your question, this just comes from you know, putting the numbers in, selling the product.
Yeah, for sure. And you know what? We had a question here, Michael. So it's just 1 egg in the pan. You're just doing the 1 egg in the whipped cream maker. Is it 1 egg?
It's 1 egg. 1 egg works best with the 8-inch pan, Patty. If you're going to use the 10-inch pan, then you really do need 2 eggs in there, just so you're covering the whole bottom of the pan. Depends on how big your egg is too. Because an extra large egg, 1 would be fine. But if you just got little small eggs, then you should get 2 eggs.
Okay. All right. So we had a comment from someone that is less than 60 days old.
Okay.
60 days with Pampered Chef, and said, I learned a lot from you tonight. Just wish I had more parties and less Facebook shows. I could watch you all night, she says. That was Kelly. So I just wanted to share that with you, because that's a great compliment. You are good. Michael, I've known you for years and years, and you know, you just honestly keep getting better and better. So I really appreciate it. And does anybody else have more questions? Because we just have a couple more things to wrap up tonight, but does anybody else have any questions for Michael? Okay, hold on just a second here because I am going to try to, all right, let me do this. Oh, cancel. Okay. All right.